Hello and welcome to the latest forecast for Scotland from the Met Office. Bitterly cold start to Thursday in many places. It's clear in the north, but further south, unsettled weather moving in with the risk of some significant snowfall. Mainly over the higher ground, we're looking at 3 to 8 centimetres more snowfall accumulating above 250 metres, but there's also the risk that that snow will come down to lower levels, especially during the morning across southwest Scotland. So mainly during the morning we can expect some disruption from that snow, yellow warning in force, but it does tend to peter out by the afternoon, and by this stage mainly just light rain and some hill snow in the southeast around borders. Elsewhere, it's after a freezing start, a crisp but cold winter's day. Plenty of sunshine actually for the bulk of the country north of the central belt, brightening skies as well in the west, further showers coming into the Northern Isles through the day. Not quite as windy as it has been, mind you, and with that sunshine it's going to be pleasant enough. Fewer showers certainly across northern parts of the country compared to the last few days. And it's a fairly bright end to the afternoon for Dumfries and Galloway, for Ayrshire, for western parts of the central belt, but staying grey there for Edinburgh, the Lothians, Borders, and with the wind off the North Sea it's going to feel quite raw. Plenty of clear skies there as we end the afternoon for Aberdeenshire and to Murray and to Caithness and Sutherland, but further showers drifting in for the Northern Isles and some snow over the higher ground here. Clear skies though widely through the day after a very cold start to things across the West Highlands and the Western Isles. Into the evening and clear skies become extensive remnants of this system well out of the way, and a widespread frost forming across the country. Coldest conditions, I suspect, will be earlier in the night because later on some cloud will drift in and the breeze will pick up, and by this stage temperatures will begin to lift. We'll have a frost early in the night across western areas, but then temperatures recovering as the cloud and the wind arrive later. But still frosty conditions elsewhere and temperatures well below freezing where we've got some snow cover, where we keep the clear skies for longest. Quite quickly, however, the wind and rain sweeps across the country. Friday morning's a wet and windy one with snow over the mountains, but it's mainly rain at this stage that is the focus for southern parts of the country. And that heavy rainfall combined with a risk of melting snow leads to risk of flooding, yellow warning in force. After the wet morning, following lunch, it looks like it's a case of blustery showers following swiftly behind the earlier rainfall. And the winds will be strong, gales around exposed northern and western coasts, particularly after the earlier rainfall. Temperatures, though, recovering. It's not going to be as cold as Thursday, but it won't feel particularly mild, I suspect, with the strong wind and the unsettled weather. Now, once that's out of the way, our attention turns this weekend to Storm Dennis, which will bring several days of unsettled weather. Storm Dennis always there to the north of the UK through the weekend and into the start of next week. Now, at first, the strongest of the winds will be across exposed coasts of England as well as Wales, but later in the weekend, I think the focus will increasingly turn to Scotland for strength of wind. And also, there'll be some very wet weather just piling up through the weekend, especially over the higher ground of western Scotland, and particularly during Saturday. So a lot of weather to keep our eyes on over the next few days, and you can follow all the very latest updates with weather forecasts and weather warnings on social media. Bye-bye.